This is a follow-up on the discussion of the Johnny Mize swing adjusted. The way I'm trying to adjust it is to go more forward when I swing, and hopefully that will carry my direct path into the ball farther forward. I don't want the kind of dip that I get that I would have if I stayed back the way that hitters did in Johnny's era in the 40s and 50s. You know, Johnny Mize was on the Yankees team that saw a young Mickey Mantle come up. And I've often thought, I mean, you can't imagine it any other way. Mantle has to have learned a lot from Johnny Mize, this kid from Oklahoma under all this pressure playing beside a future Hall of Famer. Actually, I looked it up, and Mize had, I think, 359 home runs. He didn't quite make it 400 because he spent 3 years in the service during the war, but he was a heck of a hitter. Mize was able, though, even though he started on top of the plate and he stayed back and everything and opened up, he was the kind of guy who, when the situation required, could just kind of flick the ball the other way. I've seen him do it on old videos. Old Mick was always all out with every swing that he took because he, I guess, had so much talent that he didn't have to learn to adjust to anything. But I'm going to try to really go all out on every swing, not because I'm trying to really imitate Johnny Mize. I'll never do that, but I just want to show you some of the things, and I'll comment on them later. I kind of think I know where the ball's going to go when I do this. I'm going to set up on top of the plate, okay? Well, come on, stay back. Haven't hit one yet. Whoa, wasn't that interesting? One thing I should say is that my old heel is so sore that I am having trouble getting my weight. This is called in my book Mental Ropes in Appendix B that I talked about earlier. I described this as the crouch and thrust, and I can't do much crouching or thrusting off this old heel. I'm actually wrapped up about like Mickey, but of course I missed most of them. And I didn't resemble either Mantle or Mize in that regard, but the ones that I was missing, I tended to cut under, because when I'm staying back, the barrel has that dip, and the ball is just passing right over it. There was one that I actually did flick the other way, because I got a piece of it. Hitting the other way is almost an accident, but you can kind of flip it that way sometimes. It doesn't go as a line drive. The one line drive that I hit, I pulled it really well, and it might well have gone through the infield, but I hit it with topspin because the bat was now on the way back up. I'll try just a few more, and now that I'm a little bit warmed up, I'll see if I can get a good one. I have another demonstration I want to do quickly, so I'm going to finish up with this. I'm just going to do 4. Yeah, I was late. And I got under it. And that was a good one. Okay, so there were 3 cuts, a little bit late, barrel still coming down, back spinning the ball ineffectively. One that I got fairly well. So it doesn't seem to me, again, I'm not trying to slander Johnny Mize or anything. I have not practiced this. I'm not even pretending to be good at it. But this time I'm going to take his swing, and I haven't practiced this version either, but I think I'm going to have more luck with it. I'm going to do something that's a little more dead ball, which is to say I'm going to spread the feet out again, which is something that a lot of times smaller players like to do. But I'm going to rock back a little bit and bring my leg up stiffly and then bring it down hard so that I can transfer some weight forward. And that's going to allow my barrel to come straight into the ball, or certainly straighter, closer to a line, and stay on that line longer. So that's more like a dead ball approach. Let's see what happens this time. I didn't knock my machine out of alignment there. Now I'm not. Well, I wasn't ready for that. I got a piece of it. Whoa! Ugh. Oh, did I miss that? All right. Just about as bad that first round as I was with the other approach. But I really wasn't ready when it started throwing to me. Just did 7 that time. Whoa, that was a lot more impressive. And one more time, I'm not saying that I'm passing any sort of historical judgment on these great players of the past. I'm not competent to do that. But for me, this seems to me to make a lot more sense. As a smaller player, I'm bringing the bat down on a more or less straight line into the ball. I'm able to do that farther because I'm shifting my weight forward. I'm getting better backspin. I don't have as much of a dip in the barrel, so I'm getting slightly under the ball as I go into it, but I'm not popping it up the way that I was before. In that last round, once I kind of got used to this, I was getting some good shots off the barrel. Now, I was pulling practically everything, but this is a pull swing. All the guys we're talking about from that era are dead pull hitters. This would not be a bad swing if you wanted to, not do the shuffling around in the box and have the spread hands and all the Ty Cobb Trish Speaker stuff. You wanted to go a little more modern. If you like the feet spread out, I would really recommend this adaptation of that old 40s, 50s swing. If you worked at this, you would pull the ball and you'd get you get some swings and misses too, but you'd get a lot of hard shots off the barrel.